What's going on, guys? I'm here at the Grand Canyon National Park. Behind me are all these beautiful, giant evergreen trees. I believe there's all these birds that are going around and stuff. It's really cold. I've got my pink gloves on to save my life. Hot tea. But I just wanted to come on and talk to you guys a little bit, do a chopping it up. So chopping it up is where we just go through, there's no edits and stuff. So this is a very natural, free-form conversation. And I just wanted to talk about complacency. Now, complacency, I think, can really sabotage your mental state, like what you feel about yourself, how you feel, and how you feel about being productive and things like that. Now, I have done this topic before, and I guarantee it's gonna be a lot more in-depth and in detail, and it's on my podcast. So that's on my show, Beyond the Podcast. You can click the link below, though. It'll be really easy to find it. And you can see kind of a more detailed version of this thought, but I just wanted to get this out there for you guys because this is something that affects everybody. You know, complacency in any form of your life can really sabotage you. And the reason that I'm out here in the middle of Grand Canyon National Park is because I don't do this kind of stuff ever in my life. I've never been the type to go camping. I've never been the type to get in a car and just go somewhere, you know what I mean? Who knows? We'll figure it out. Never. I've always been super structured and stuff. And in my day-to-day life, I work from the minute I wake up, I start filming, I get some lunch or whatever, and then I go straight into the gym. Right back, I eat, and then I edit all the way until the end of the night, or, you know, film or edit, right? And that repeats over and over and over. And there's small little things that are different where, I work on clothing, I do coaching, but ultimately, after you do it for years and years and years, which is what I do, it becomes routine. And that's fine. And routine is great. And that's what I thrive with, is a routine. But at the same time, complacency, after a long time, I feel like you need a chapter reset. You know what I mean? Like, for example, you wouldn't work a super physical labor job. Like, you wouldn't be laying bricks down and work 24 hours straight, right? So you would probably go 4 hours, 5 hours, take a lunch and go another 4 or 5, you know what I mean? You'd break it up. But for some reason, a lot of us don't think about our minds as a laborious job. We don't think as our minds being put through a hard job. And our minds have to do a lot, man. Like, we don't really think to give our mind a rest. Like, for example, people will go home and they'll watch Netflix. That's not really giving your mind a rest, you know what I mean? That's checking out. But you need to give your mind time to recoup and relax and regenerate and to experience something new, give it something to be excited about and change the pace of things. Because I think everything gets dull after a while. You start to lose your productivity, your energy for it and stuff. And like I said with that example, if you worked straight, you didn't take a lunch break while you're laying bricks, do you think that you'd be able to continue laying bricks at the same rate? You know what I mean? By hour 6 or 7, if you hadn't eaten anything, you wouldn't be laying bricks very quickly. You'd probably be sore as hell, your energy be going low, and it probably would just add up to nothing. The same thing I think happens with our mind, but over a longer time span. If we work day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out, and we never really give ourselves a change of environment, a change of context, a change of situations, a change of experience, I think your mind gets really tired. I think it gets really it gets pooped out, man. And then it's just doing what it can. It's just like, man, we're gonna just keep grinding, burning both ends, right? So we're just gonna do what we can. But when you go and do something that's completely different, you know what I mean? You do something like this, and it doesn't have to be like this. You don't have to be like an adventure or a trip or something. It can be literally anything. There's a bazillion different things that you can do to change your context. I mean, it could even be like the people that you hang around. So you could change that up, or the places that you're at, or whatever it is, really. And when you do that kind of a thing, you take a step out of that situation that maybe stresses you out, gives you anxiety, or is burning you out, and you're just working your ass off. And you come out to a place like this, and you just get to release it all. Because how many times have you tried this, man? Okay, your mind needs breaks, just like anything else. Your body needs breaks too, but we don't give ourselves breaks. Now, when you come out to something like this, you're giving it a nice big break. But when you don't do something and you don't take yourself out of your context and give yourself a true break where your mind can really relax from the job it's doing, instead, your mind is going to try to take little tiny rest breaks since it can't actually get a full one. It's just like when you don't sleep, your body's gonna start trying to sneak naps in. Like when you're driving something, it's gonna sneak a nap in, right? Because you're not letting it do it. And we just don't think of it because we have little flashing lights and stuff. So we're just like, no, it's okay. I'm distracted. I'm up at 3 a.m. even though I haven't slept literally 4 hours last night. You know what I mean? And I think your mind starts to try to grab at little, it's just trying to grab at something else to try to get away from the work for a second and try to like relax for just a second. And what happens is we have all these things so close at our fingertips. We're in the middle of work and we're supposed to be emailing. Bing, a little thing comes up. Oh, someone liked my status. Click. And then you read their comment or something, and then you look at their status, and now you're on the front page of Facebook and you're scrolling. And that's your mind trying to get a rest break. But what is that really a good rest break? Is your mind really resting? No, it's just wasting. It's just checking out. It's checking out, not getting actually recuperation, right? And it's just gonna keep doing that. So by not giving yourself the ability to come out to a place where you can reset yourself, you are gonna work at a lower productivity level. So when you do give yourself a chapter reset, a chapter break, when you come back, even though, maybe you spent a week away from work, now the next 3 months are gonna be twice as productive as they would have been. You feel me? So now you're gonna have a huge increase of productivity even though you weren't at work for the same amount of time. You would have been at work longer, working harder the other way. I truly think that is a really important thing. And the reason that I'm talking about this and the reason that I did a podcast on this is because for me, this is life, man. Like, this is so true to what's going on with my life. I feel like in the last 6 months or so, I've really started to get like anxious. I started to feel like I haven't accomplished things. Like because I do the same thing over and over and over, it's hard to step back and appreciate what's going on and stuff because I'm just on the grind, you know what I mean? I go to bed and I'm like, okay, when I wake up, I gotta start with that thing, and then shoot, man, before I get to the gym, I gotta get that done, and then by the time I get to bed, I gotta get that done. And then I get there, and then I go to bed and I think the same thing. Okay, tomorrow I gotta do this, and then I gotta do that. So I don't ever take time to stretch, per se, you know what I'm saying? Like I never take the ability to stretch my mind like you should stretch your body in between workouts and stuff like that. I'm just working out. My mind is getting it's getting tight. You know what I mean? It's getting tight. That's a good way to put it. And I need to come out and loosen it up. And it's gonna make me feel better. I'm gonna come back with more vigor. I'm gonna come back with the passion that I really had when it came to working. And same thing for you, right? You're gonna come with that passion that you used to have because you didn't realize you haven't slept in a long time and your brain is tired. You know what I mean? And for me, I feel like when I'm complacent or when I just haven't taken a chapter reset break, I start to feel like I haven't done things. Like I feel like I'm not productive. I feel like I'm not achieving. I'm not doing well. I'm not succeeding. I feel like I'm spinning my wheels and you know what I mean? And, none of that is true. When I started analyzing this idea, I started realizing like, whoa, dude, when you start cataloging all the things that you did in the last year, you did a lot of things, man. Like tons. I'm not gonna list them, but like you did a lot of things. Now I want to list them. That's so stupid, dude. But like we made the documentary. We shot like 7 projects for CT Fletcher. We shot a ton of music videos for Kurt Owen, and that's just the cinematography stuff that I did. I've coached a bazillion people. It's freaking awesome. We've really started to accelerate with that. We're planning on doing like a lot of new stuff. Like we have plans for the future. We have things we've done in the past, and in the last year, you guys have helped me 10 times my YouTube views. That's nuts. That's a huge accomplishment. If you would have told my 17, 18-year-old self when I first started YouTube that, dude, you'll be getting 10 times the views in 1 year, I would have been like, what do I have to do? Video every day? Done. But for some reason, all that just goes shoo, because my mind is consumed in this cloud of just keep thinking about work. Just keep working. You don't have time to look at anything else. You don't have time to see what's over there. And I go out here, man. I go out in the Grand Canyon and that cloud goes away because I can't be sitting there freaking out and worrying about it because I'm too far away from my work and stuff. And if I was at my computer, I couldn't do a break like this. Even if I really tried, I would still be stuck thinking about work. And now I can see it can be like, wow, man, you did a lot of stuff. I think we're like, I've been like the spinning my wheels, and I feel like they're starting to get traction, and I didn't see that traction coming. Like I didn't even appreciate and give gratitude to that traction, and it made me feel like I was failing, like I wasn't doing enough. I got doo-doo on my hand just now. That sucks. but you feel me? I think I'm getting my point across. I'm sorry that I'm like a little bit tired and groggy and I'm not speaking as well as I should, but I feel like now I'm really screwing up, man. Now that I have this kind of idea in front of me that I can kind of like think of and try to work on, I feel like I'm in a lot better of a mind state. I'm in a lot better of a mental spot where I feel gratitude for what I have. I feel proud of the things that I've done, you know, and I feel excited about the things that are coming. And maybe I had a little bit of that in all directions before I started with this idea, but now I have that tenfold, you know what I mean? Now when I make videos, when I come back, I'm so excited. Like I can't wait. Like I love this tour, man, and I don't want it to end ever. But I know that when I get back to my house, I'm gonna be so fired up to make videos. I have new lenses and I've got drones and stuff and I've got these new ideas and me and Kurt are out here and experiencing new things that just brings new light to my head and new color to my head that I just wasn't experiencing, and it's just so good. And I know I'm rambling right now, but I'm feeling passionate about this subject, and I think you guys possibly maybe understand what I'm saying. You know what I mean? I feel like this is a topic that's very relatable for a lot of you guys. So that's it with this chopping up. I just wanted to sit down and talk to you guys. There's not a lot of internet connection here, so also no electricity. So we're really trying to figure out how to do that. I don't know when this chopping up's gonna go up. I don't know when the next episode's gonna go up, but I guarantee you that they will be going up, and I'm gonna be working my ass off to make sure that they do go up as soon as possible. I'm probably gonna have an episode up every other day, maybe every third day, and then have chopping it up, some Q&As and things like that up as well. But that's it, guys. If you enjoyed this, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. Let's get it to 1,000. It really, really helps me, actually. I don't know if you guys know that. It helps rank it up so much. Leave a comment. That also helps rank it up. But I would really like, more importantly, like the comments really bring me a lot of joy because I get to see what you guys think. And it gets me excited, you know what I mean? Like when you do something, right? And then people are like, wow, that was really cool. You're a painter or something. They're like, oh, that looks beautiful. You're like, I want to paint more. What do you think about this one? Feel me? So that really helps me out. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And more importantly, guys, if you want to hear more of this topic in a much more concise, clear, really, 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 really detailed way, I did a podcast on this and I had a whole script ready and I wrote it up and stuff. So it's very, 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 very detailed. And I feel like that one has a lot more to say as well. So if you like this one, definitely go check that one out. You can look it up on iTunes. It's Beyond, the podcast. Or you can just go to Brian's BRIANS podcast.com, and it'll show you where you can listen on SoundCloud, iTunes, and Stitcher. That's what it is. Okay, obviously I need some food. I love you guys so much. You guys are amazing. You're the reason that I'm able to do this, and this is my work, and it's so awesome, man. And you guys are the reason that I can do this and break out of my complacency. So thank you guys so much. You're amazing. The squad is amazing, man. You guys are the best, man. The squad's got my back. So I'll see you guys soon. I'll see you in the next video, probably tomorrow. I love you all very much. Team Beyond the Week. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Team Beyond the Week. CT.
Lift heavy or die MIRIN, motherfucker. Team Beyond the Week. CT. Lift heavy or die MIRIN.